The Mesa Chamber of Commerce Inside Business Podcast brings you a unique view of Mesa through its vibrant business community and the subjects that are important. The podcast is produced in the Mesa Chamber of Commerce Media Studio, sponsored by the University of Phoenix. Our podcast is hosted by Mesa Chamber of Commerce CEO Sally Harrison. Please enjoy this episode of the Mesa Chamber Inside Business Podcast.
Hi, I'm Sally Harrison, the President and CEO of the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, and today we are in the podcast room with our friend Polly Bonnett, who is the Director of the Mesa Public Library, having served in numerous roles in the organization and in public libraries for the past 22 years. My goodness, 22 years, it's a long time. Yes. So I have a little bit more about Polly. She began her career in libraries at the downtown Mesa branch as a part-time library clerk. So, okay, come a long ways. Mm-hmm. Yeah. After finding that library work was a perfect fit for her passions and values, she chose this as a career and has been an enthusiastic advocate for the value a library serves in any community. Whether it's lifelong learning or community building connections, it is a place of belonging and discovery. Her current priorities are leading the library into a future with an attitude of creativity, innovation, and optimism for even greater libraries access. Outside of the library, Polly can be found doing some of her favorite things like visiting the Desert Botanical Gardens, which I love, seeing live music and bands, watching Cubs at spring training, hiking, and solving mysteries by reading books. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Well, welcome to the chamber. So let's get right to it.
Okay.
What's happening with Mesa Public Library?
Oh, wow. So much is happening. We just finished summer reading, which was our biggest turnout in the last decade. We had over 9,000 people participate.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of fun, a lot of programs, and a lot of reading.
So tell me, I don't know what summer reading is.
So summer reading is a program that is sponsored by Maricopa County, and most of the libraries in the region participate. But it's meant to help students sustain their reading proficiency over the summer.
Great.
But all ages can participate. And it's become something that
any age.
Any age. You win prizes for how many minutes that you read.
Oh, that's very cool.
It's great.
Very cool. Well, so we're in August, but next month is Library Card Sign-Up Month. What does that even mean?
It is. So Library Card Sign-Up Month started in 1987, I believe. And it's a national campaign, national initiative to get cards into every student's hand, or as many students' hands as possible. And that's something that we think is so important here in Mesa, of course. So we do a campaign every September, and we feature different programming, different sign-up incentives that we do for our community to encourage the use of library cards. There's a lot of different things that you can use your library card for these days. And then this year, we're trying something new. We're partnering with local businesses to provide some discounts when you show your Mesa library card.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, we've had a lot of great turnout, and we're looking forward to supporting local business through that.
That's great. Well, I know a library card will get you more than just books these days. What else can you do with a library card other than going to some businesses?
Oh, wow. We have so many different uses. Of course, the typical where you check out books, but we also have downloadables. Those are online digital collections, so you can download audiobooks. You can participate in learning courses through lynda.com. That's LinkedIn Learning. Okay. And that it really centers on technology, business, and creativity courses. 4,500. It's fantastic. 4,500 courses that you have access to.
Wow.
And it really supports business, small business entrepreneurs, and any skill development that you might need. That's a great resource that we have. We have our Seed Library that's become very popular.
Your what library?
Seed Library. So you can check out seeds through our library. We have a seed librarian who's a volunteer, and they provide free packets of seeds. You can check out 3 per month. And if you want to try your hand at
Well, when you say
gardening.
check out, I'm guessing we're not bringing them back.
No, you don't have to unless you want to donate some what you grow to us. But no, you don't bring the seeds back. All you right. You can redonate some of the seeds after you use them, but it's all seasonal types of
like produce,
what you would typically
Okay.
grow in Arizona. It's all seasonal.
Oh,
and
that's
we've
very
had such great turnout. Kids love to try their hand at gardening. And
Yeah.
then during the pandemic, that was something that
Oh, I'm sure.
we had a lot of interest in.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And we also, I have to mention the Stuff Berry. That's been a popular
The what?
collection. Stuff Berry. Everyone loves our Stuff Berry. We have hiking kits that you can check out. We have play in the park kits. We have cake pans. So if you're having a party and you want to, bake a Superman cake for your child, we have different types of cake pans. So you don't have to go out and purchase something
That's
just for
cool.
that party. We have telescopes that you can check out. So a lot of different
Wow.
items that go beyond our normal collections.
Uh-huh. That's very cool.
Yeah.
And all of this is free with your card?
It's all free. We want to focus this next month too on the sign up month,
Mhm.
library card sign up month, how you can save money with your library card.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's very common for all of us to have subscriptions to different services. And you can save $14.95 for your audio books,
Uh-huh.
where you typically would be able to check out one audiobook. You can have multiple audiobooks, unlimited audiobooks through our services. It's wonderful. Also, we have newspaper subscriptions. So through the library, you can use the New York Times, Wall Street Journal. We have a service called Press Reader, and that has 7,000 newspapers, magazines from 120 different countries and in 60 different languages.
Oh my gosh.
So that's a great resource. And then, of course, just checking out an item that you might use one time saves you money too. Oh, and another one,
Yes.
I can't believe I almost forgot this, our culture passes.
Okay.
We partner with Act One, and you can check out what's called a culture pass. The Desert Botanical Garden is one of the
Mhm.
organizations that we partner with,
Nice.
and that's good for 2 free admissions. There's also museums, local museums that we partner with through
Mhm.
that, and you can check those out with a library card.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I know that I don't know, how long ago was it? Maybe within the last year, you did a refurb on your children's section.
We did. It's been a year. We celebrated a year anniversary, July 26th. That was our grand opening, and we've had such a great response. A lot of community members have come back and talked about how they used the library as a child, and to see it renovated and bringing their children to the library has been great. It's just a very playful space, colorful space that we want to make sure is interactive and engaging. And
It's a great space.
Thank
we
you.
were there for the opening.
Oh.
It's very exciting.
We're very proud of it, and we're so excited to be able to do this for our youngest community members. And on top of that, we do have other renovations that are happening. The
Yeah.
Dobson Library is currently under renovation.
Uh-huh.
We have an addition that is almost complete. September, we'll see the grand opening, hopefully, for that library, where we'll be adding a Think Spot. And if you haven't heard of Think Spot,
I have.
okay.
Yes.
It is a wonderful resource. It started at the Red Mountain Library.
Mhm. I remember that grand
Yes.
opening.
Oh, great. Yeah, that was I remember that day also. A lot of work went into that, but it was very exciting to bring what was the first makerspace and libraries in Arizona
That's cool.
to Mesa. And we replicated that at Maine, now at the Dobson Library. So what Think Spot is a makerspace. We have equipment that you may not have access to at home, and you can utilize for free. We have 3D printers. We have a studio. We have podcasting equipment like we're doing here. So
Very cool.
if someone wants to come in and record their podcast or film a commercial for their YouTube channel, they can do that. We have something called the Glow Forge, which is a laser cutter, and you can prototype material on that laser cutter. We have someone who makes jewelry and sells it on
Wow.
Etsy. So
That's
a lot of
very
neat things
cool.
you can do.
Nice. So, other branches? You have anything new coming?
Yes, we do. Thank you for asking.
Mhm.
We have 3 new, what I'll call locations. We have a location called Monterey Park, Right now, that is in development, and that will be under construction later this year.
Okay.
And that's going to be a new concept library. It'll be in Monterey Park, situated in the park, and it will be primarily self-service. We're going to focus on new technology in that library. It'll be a smaller location, about 1,000 square feet. So we'll have popular material for the community, kids and adults, bestsellers, that type of thing. And then we'll have hold lockers. There'll be our first shot at doing something like Amazon hold lockers, where we'll have those for items that you might put on hold, and those would be sent from other locations.
Okay.
And
where is Monterey Park?
Monterey Park is on Monterey Avenue and Power Road, just south of Guadalupe.
Oh, okay.
And then we are also in the design phase for the new Southeast Library that will be located in Eastmark at the Great Park. Yeah. And that is very exciting. We're working with architects. We'll have a public meeting on September 13th that we welcome feedback at. Okay. So anyone can join. It'll be a virtual meeting. But that should be, right now, the goal is to start construction next summer. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be exciting.
And also a bookmobile. Almost forgot that. I don't know how we're expanding our reach across Mesa. So we're excited about that. We're now working with our fleet services to purchase and build out a new bookmobile for Mesa.
Cool. Very cool. Well, I know you guys did a ton of work for the city during the pandemic.
Yes.
Talk about what you did through Mesa Cares.
Sure. So once we closed our libraries, we were asked, our librarians, our library staff, who were so great at finding resources and being information professionals, we were asked to start up a call center, kind of, I'll say overnight. It was more like 3 or 4 days, but we started a call center from the ground up and worked with other city partners to connect our community members to resources that they might need during the pandemic. And it was a very rewarding experience. It was something that was needed in our community, and we were glad that we were able to step in and help.
That's great. Yeah. Well, thank you for that, because we did a little bit on, that we could on our side. And I think it was good to see the entire city coming together like they did to help others.
Well, thank you. And we appreciated the support that we received from our city partners. And we learned a lot about small business development during that time. Things that you know very well. Yeah. But we learned
I think a lot of people learned, even the businesses themselves learned what they didn't know. And fortunately, we've got some assistance through the CARES program. Yeah, it's a good time. Talk about how you get a library card, because not everybody has one.
Sure. Well, we would love for you to visit one of our 3 locations. The main library that's at 64 East 1st Street, Red Mountain Library is on Power Road. That's 635 North Power Road, and Dobson Ranch, which is at 2425 South Dobson. You can stop in at any of our locations during open hours, and then you can also apply online, and we'll mail your card right to you.
So when I got my library card years ago, they had different cards to choose from. I personally liked the really cool one that looked like old-fashioned,
Oh, yeah.
You know which one I'm
the due date card?
Yes. What do you have now?
We have that card. That's really popular. I would say that and our library card that looks like a smartphone. The kids love that. Nice. That's a favorite for kids. And then we have just our logo. So it might be time to look at maybe a new.
Maybe we'll have to make a little trip over the library.
Yeah. We love it.
So before we end, talk about what books are popular right now.
Oh, that's a good question. Oh my gosh, put on the spot. Okay.
You gotta have something.
Let's see. Well, this isn't a recent purchase, but it is very popular right now. Is Where the Crawdads Sing, I believe, is. If I mess that up, I'm so sorry. Please don't take away
That's okay.
my library card or my membership at the library. Because of the movie, that was a huge title for us this summer. A lot of people wanted to read that before seeing the movie. Let's see.
Well, this may be just an opportunity for people to come in and check things out, right?
Yes.
So you don't have to be put on the spot and try to remember.
You know, one thing, our librarians and our library staff would be happy to help in connecting anyone to the most popular items that are out right now, the titles that are out, and then your own reading interest. We have something called Your Next Great Read, and that does cater to your own reading interests and will match different genres to what you're most interested in and give you suggestions.
Yeah. So how can people get a hold of you online? What's your website, phone number?
Our website is mesalibrary.org.
Okay.
And our phone number is 480-644-3100.
Perfect. All right. So September is the big month.
September is the big month.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, we will certainly encourage our friends and our chamber members to get down there and get their new library card and check out what's going on. We're excited to see what's coming next.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
This has been a Mesa Chamber of Commerce Inside Business podcast. You can find all podcast episodes at iTunes, Spotify, or your own favorite podcast website. You can also find them online at mesachamber.org. Content of this podcast is copyright the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, unless otherwise noted.